Hi everyone, it's Ben Fast here again, and the title of today's video is Promotion Relegation, USA Soccer, and the Key to Victory. When we think about how we're going to achieve our goal of setting up a system of promotion relegation in an open USA Soccer market for all people in America, how are we going to get from now to the end goal? The key to the movement is turning up the volume on the conversation high enough to a point where it can no longer be ignored. And from there, we're going to reach sort of a tipping point, which will eventually see this policy change be made, whether through the U.S. Soccer Federation as it stands now or an alternate federation sanctioned under FIFA. So that's really when we think about strategy. Well, there's not much to it as far as from a macro level. It's just turning up the volume knob to the point where the governing federation, USA Soccer, can no longer ignore its constituents. It's not in U.S. Soccer's interest right now to implement that policy. At this point, it's a bit beholden to MLS interests as well. MLS is kind of a company that is pulling the strings of the U.S. Soccer Federation behind the scenes. So right now, U.S. Soccer can hear the calls for it, but they can get away with ignoring it. We're trying to raise the volume on the conversation enough to a point where U.S. Soccer has to give in, whether that's on through their own decision or whether that's FIFA stepping in and threatening removal of recognition as a federation or removal of any future World Cup bid consideration for the country. There are different ways to go about it, but the key point here is once we get this conversation loud enough, which each month, each week, each year, as we look back, the promotion relegation USA Soccer conversation is indeed growing. Once we get to a certain tipping point, that's when we're really going to see the change that we want. You've seen over the past couple of years, we've had Sunil Gulati asked about the topic. Don Garber, the commissioner of MLS, has been asked about the topic. Jurgen Klinsmann, the former national team coach, came out supporting promotion relegation. You had in the past week here, the New York Cosmos owner Rocco Commisso come out for promotion relegation. So it's a big enough topic right now where some heavy hitters are being asked about it. Players, MLS players, are pretty much each year asked that question in a poll. Do you support promotion relegation in USA Soccer? Most of them say yes. So it's a big enough topic already, but we still quite haven't hit that tipping point where U.S. Soccer governance can no longer ignore the subject, and the tipping point where the mainstream media in the U.S., whether that's just sports media in general or U.S. Soccer specific media, we still haven't reached that tipping point where they can no longer ignore the subject. So what needs to happen to raise the volume? Well, you can break that down a few different ways. Online is the most effective way because of the wonder of technology and the advent of social media. We've seen a remarkable unification of efforts to change the structure and policy in U.S. Soccer. Keep using those methods, especially great social networks like Twitter, where you have access to high-profile people, celebrities, players, coaches, things like that. Use those methods to connect. Use Facebook, use Instagram. Online, of course, a great way. Do a video blog, start a website. Leverage technology in our favor, in the people's favor. Also in person, keep doing what you're doing at a local level. Again, we aren't going to get anywhere by just doing things at a local level and not speaking up at a larger level to our federation, but doing things at the local level, participating in clubs, playing, coaching, working with youth clubs, participating, doing volunteer work with organizations. Those things only help build the mountain of evidence for an open access system in U.S. soccer. So keep doing those things kind of in the weeds or at the grassroots level. And then, of course, you can make your voice heard at the grassroots level as well. Go to games and bring a banner or signage, bring flyers, use word of mouth to talk about the subject, whatever way you're comfortable with. Make your voice heard at the local level as well, in person. I like to go out to games and bring a banner that says Promotion Relegation U.S. Soccer. It's pretty cool, and someone takes pictures of it, especially at a game with a few thousand people. Usually it's going to end up online somewhere, and more people are going to see it. And it looks kind of cool, just kind of having that in-person element of demonstration. So online and in person, you can help build the buzz with the promotion relegation conversation. You can help grow that conversation to the ultimate tipping point of achieving our goal of reforming U.S. soccer policy to be inclusive for all people in America. So that's about it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video on social media, and I'll talk to you soon.